This Pioneer Field Agronomist Scott Eversgerd with this week's weekly agronomy message. On the corn side, we've got corn in the area everywhere from just emerging or maybe even being planted this week all the way up to corn that is V10, V12, some of the earliest planted stuff. So a wide variety of corn growth stages out there. As we look, the bigger corn, as it's grabbed the nitrogen, is growing extremely fast, has really entered that grand growth stage. One thing to keep in mind as we get another 2 weeks down the road, this corn is putting on about 2.5 leaves per week. So once we get within about a week, 10 days of tasseling, that's when we basically enter that brittle window. So we want to hopefully not get any bad storms at that time, and hopefully not a lot of hybrids out there that are truly susceptible to brittle snap. But as we look ahead, probably 2.5 weeks from now, we'll be entering that window on some of this bigger corn. Second thing on the corn front is the corn's getting bigger. One thing we did learn last year from a nitrogen standpoint is the corn crop does like to see most of its nitrogen around that V10, V12. So as you're thinking about maybe applying a little more or going in with a side dress treatment, we'd like to try and have a lot of that done by that V10, V12 application window. On a soybean stand front, some of the earlier beans that got planted, maybe Mother's Day weekend, a lot of those beans now in the ground a little over 3 weeks. Definitely need to be looking at the second application, the post-application of herbicides. Keep in mind layering another residual with that just to keep the water hemp at bay. Like we always say, it's easier to never see a water hemp plant than it is to try and kill one that gets up. So make sure we're keeping an eye on those soybeans and getting them sprayed timely. And finally, from a wheat standpoint, the wheat, as you've all noticed, is coming on pretty quickly. Obviously, if we get some heat this week and some sunshine, this wheat crop's going to develop very quickly. It will be important, as always, if you can harvest at a little bit higher moisture than artificially dry. That will definitely help preserve quality. As always, if you have any questions, please contact your local Pioneer rep. Thanks.